You dusted off your roller and you got down on the mat to love on your fascial system. Your body had been kind of achy, stiff, creaky even, and you pile that onto the stress and fatigue you had been feeling and thought, I ought to stretch a little bit, try to loosen up. And in the moment, it felt good. That kind of hurt so good. You were rolling around, finding all kinds of tight areas that were thrilled for your attention and eager to release. You were breaking up knots like it was your job, and you were breathing easy. And you were definitely thinking, why don't I do this more often? That divine ecstasy of hitting all the right spots with the pressure just the way you like it. Not to mention you slept like a champ. Therapeutic bliss. But then you woke up hung over. The therapeutic bliss from the night before turned into a therapeutic hangover by morning. If you ever get sore after fascial release and you're kind of like, what have I done wrong? This video is for you. My name is Renee Allen. I'm the owner of Still Point Myofascial Release here just outside of Portland, Maine, and I guide you through the process of navigating physical pain, mental angst and fatigue, or spiritual stagnation by way of the fascial system. Understanding the importance of fascial health is an eye-opening education that will give you some powerful tools to soothe what ails you, so that you're better able to lean on your body's wisdom as you journey through this modern world and feel better doing so. It's true. Therapeutic hangovers are real. What can feel so good, so right, so important, and so freeing in the moment can leave a bit of a mark, like a reminder from the day before that is full of this new sensation in your body for you to have to navigate. This post-fascial stretch and release tenderness can leave you wondering if you have done something wrong. But I'm going to encourage you to think of it like this. Releasing the fascial system, opening those tight and stuck areas in the body, ridding yourself of excess stress and tension and angst, it's more of a process than it is something that's going to be over and done with in the moment. Meaning, just because your self-care session is over doesn't mean your body is done processing all of the changes that you have made. And this is true whether you're working with a skilled myofascial release practitioner or practicing myofascial self-care on your own. After a respectable release, the body needs some time to process, reorganize, and find its way to neutral. And during that time, you may feel it. You may be sore, like a workout kind of sore, like a deep tissue massage kind of sore, like you really just need to chill out kind of sore, or you can't seem to drink enough water to flush all of those toxins that you feel floating around your system. You can feel somewhat off, like a little wiped out. All of this is totally normal. So consider this. Not only are you relating to your body in a different way, and you're moving in your body in a different way, you're also feeling into areas that haven't been open or available for you to feel in a while, right? The stuff that led you and inspired you to get on the mat in the first place, the stuff that was whispering to you, I really need to loosen up, when you're moving that stuff out of your system, that stuff that had been causing you pain and tension in the first place, that stuff can make itself known as it leaves the body. And consider what stuff was causing you and inspiring you to feel like you needed to loosen up in the first place, right? Perhaps there was some emotion involved. You may have worked with or through a sensitive injury, or you touched on a part of the body that had been holding on to some trauma. Perhaps you have begun to shift a long-held, misaligned postural pattern that's now a little internally conflicted between breaking free and finding a new, better, more aligned state in your body, or going back to its somewhat familiar, a little bit comfortable, albeit dysfunctional ways. You may have taken the hard and fast approach to your session of trying to clear out months worth of tension in 30 minutes time. That might leave you a little sore the next day. You could also still be sifting through information that your body had given you, meaning the wisdom that lives in your body, the wisdom that lives in your body that isn't necessarily available to your thinking brain. As that communication happens and that information is making its way to your conscious awareness, that translation, that reconciliation of information, that can take a little bit to land. And so however your body is processing and reorganizing, whatever your body is working through during and after a session, it's important to remember understanding how your body responds after releasing your fascial system is definitely part of the fascial learning curve. And over time, you'll become familiar with how your body responds. The importance of this cannot be overstated. Becoming familiar with how your body responds after you've released your fascial system is part of being fascia literate. It's part of taking charge of your health and well-being, and it's certainly part of increasing your body awareness. Becoming familiar with how your body responds is certainly part of using your body consciousness to help guide you through your days. And it's part of deepening your healing or self-discovery process. And it's most certainly part of being able to more fully let go of those fascial restrictions. And if you think about it like this, it is also part of optimizing the relationship you have with your body. How your body responds will help inform your fascial practice, meaning as you take notice in regards to how your body responds, you can adjust your self-care sessions to meet that response. Remember, your body talks and communicates through sensation. And if you're feeling that sensational hangover the next day after a treatment session, your body is still communicating. Being sore after practicing myofascial self-care doesn't necessarily mean you've done something wrong at all. It simply means your body is still talking, still communicating, still processing, and still reorganizing. And to better understand your body's language, it's important to be patient with yourself, be curious, and most definitely be okay with feeling into the other side of a release. Because there is as much gold to be had after a session as there is during it. So I would encourage you to keep that inner conversation going, hangover and all. And if you're curious about how your body does communicate, especially by way of the fascial system, or if you've found this information helpful, if you've had those post-therapeutic bliss hangovers, or you're looking to deepen your healing, self-discovery, or soul growth journey by way of the fascial system, be sure to check out the links in the description below for some valuable fascial resources. All right, my fascial friends, I appreciate your time and presence here, and I do hope you take good care.